First episode. Dang, that was pretty good. It is an intro for those who already seen it, but for those who haven't seen it yet, it is an intro to our main character. And while watching the episode, I couldn't help but think of Arthal Chronicles because of the fantasy and what happened towards the ending of this episode. Spoiler alert, if you didn't watch the first episode and you're watching this review first, he does have a sword in his back, so it definitely reminded me of Goblin, but overall, this was a pretty good first episode. Hey, what's up guys? Hey, before I begin the review, I just want to say this. Thank you so much for enjoying my videos. Don't forget to like my videos, comment down below, and overall, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you guys won't miss any new videos I upload pretty much every day. So first, at the beginning of the episode, we get an intro on what are these Bulsagal. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly and not weirdly. And it's being narrated by our main character. These things are monsters, they're not human. Immortality is a curse, and we see both our main characters of this drama, Sangun and Danwal. And then next, we are in the late Godo period. We see a group of villagers. A pregnant woman of that tribe is claiming that her baby is cursed, and she's saying this while she's in front of a monster who just killed a human being. And she knows that a Bulsagal is coming to get her baby. Later on that night to morning, the husband of that pregnant woman is trying to find her, and eventually he does, but he finds her hung while still pregnant, and he sees blood dripping from between her legs. Remember, she's pregnant, and the baby is already out of the stomach but is being hung by its umbilical cord. Ew. And from that moment, the rest of the people of that tribe believe that the baby is cursed. To be honest, I did not expect to see a baby being hung by its umbilical cord. Wow, that was graphic. And now we have a time skip 10 years later. The little baby, now a 10-year-old boy, is being shunned by the people of the tribe. Plus, he's being blamed for the attack because remember, the people of that tribe believes that he is cursed. Now after the attacks, the tribe decided to go after the little boy. They lead him to a frozen lake, and the little boy falls into the lake and is left for dead. Come on, he's the main character. A general arrives and questions what are these people doing, names the little boy Danwal, and takes him in. The shaman thinks taking him in is a bad idea because, he is cursed, but the general ignores it. The reason why the general took the little boy was because he was struggling to have a baby with his wife. Now years later, Danwal is a grown man. He's part of the army to fight against the Bulsagal. Now there was a bloodbath later on in this episode, and because of that, his son and his wife dies. A moment later, he sees a woman in a red robe, that's Sangun, and follows her. While grieving over his dead son, Sangun stabs Danwal in the back with a sword. And what's the mission now? Find a wife who can pull out the sword? After Danwal was stabbed by the sword in the back, you can see his eyes glowing, signifying that he is possessed by a Bulsagal. So my first impression after watching the first episode, like I said at the beginning of the video, I couldn't help but think of Goblin because he has a sword in the back. And because this is also a fantasy drama, I couldn't help but think of Arthal Chronicles. I'm not saying that it's a copy and paste. I'm just saying that it just reminds me of the other dramas. Which means to me, I don't know about you guys, this is going to be one hell of a drama, I can tell you that. Now, since this is the first episode, they gave us an intro story to our main character. Well, one of our main characters, Danwal. Who is he? The tribe that he came from, his parents, seeing him grow up to a grown man in a matter of 10 to 20 minutes. The design of the Bulsagal, I couldn't help but think of Resident Evil. Because it just looks like some human was mutated into this zombie-like creature. I think in episode 2, I didn't see the preview yet, but I think in episode 2, we're going to have another time skip, but I think it's going to be 600 years later. In current time, in him trying to probably end this immortality curse that he was talking about at the beginning of this episode. And he was trying to find Sangun. Sangun was the one that stabbed him in the back and made him into a monster. So I guess for him to try to find her, he wants to end this. He doesn't want to live long anymore. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the episode and my review and my first impression after watching the first episode. If there's anything I might have missed, please leave it in the comments below. Also in the comments below, I want to know what you guys thought of the first episode. Did you guys think it was great? It was awesome? I mean, everyone has their own preference, but I really want to know what you guys thought of the first episode. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.